name is Chris Jones. Welcome to my very first Tuesday's edition of the Hall of Sports. A lot happened over the weekend, and I want to talk about it. We'll start off first by talking about Rajon Rondo spitting in Chris Paul's face. Come on now. Also, the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins, the controversial call at the end of that game and what happened. Matter of fact, why don't we start off by talking about the Dallas Cowboys and that football game. The Cowboys lost that football game to the Washington Redskins 17-20. Now, if anybody watched any of my videos, approximately a month ago, I said that the Dallas Cowboys would lose close games because they got rid of Dan Bailey, the second most accurate field goal kicker in NFL history, for Brett Maher, a field goal kicker who had never even played in a field goal game. Brett Maher missed a field goal at the end of that game, which would have tied it up. Now, let's talk about what happened during the game. Now, during the game, the Cowboys went back to the same old routine, walking up to the ball, allowing the defense to anticipate what was going to happen. Now, if I'm watching the football game, and I know when Zeke Elliott's going to get the ball, because he lines up 5 to 7 yards behind Dak Prescott, and he doesn't have a lead blocker. So, Washington Redskins, it was easy pickings for them. All they did was load the box with 6 to 8 players, sometimes even 10, daring the Dallas Cowboys to throw the ball, and they picked them apart. Dak Prescott thrown for under 200 yards. Zeke Elliott could not get the run game going. Now, Zeke Elliott, he's not the type of running back that's going to shy away from a defender. He's going to hit him head on. And he's not the type of running back that runs up to the hole, per se, like a Barry Sanders or Le'Veon Bell. Zeke Elliott runs for the hole. He doesn't change directions too much. And that right there might be a problem because the offensive line is not creating enough space for Zeke Elliott to get through. Dak Prescott did some things with his feet yesterday that got the Cowboys a couple of extra series, but he took a hard hit and had to go into their tent for a concussion protocol. The Cowboys ran one bootleg and it worked perfect, but for some reason they never went back to it. Now, Jason Garrett and Scott Linehan, they don't have the creativity for the talent that they've got. Now, about the controversial call at the end of the football game, now I've seen this done over and over and over again, and most long snappers for the punt and field goal snappers, they all grab the football and they get it set to where they want it before they snap it. And I've seen it done a million times, but for some reason the Washington Redskin defender jumped off sides and they called the offsides on the field goal snapper. Now, like I said, it's something that happened, and for some unknown reason, this official on this particular day called the offsides on the Dallas Cowboys. Now, most people might say that was the reason the Dallas Cowboys lost, and never mind the fact that Dak Prescott fumbled in the end zone and Washington recovered and got a touchdown. Again, if it's my choice to decide on why they lost, I think they lost because they got rid of Dan Bailey, the second most accurate field goal kicker in history. Now, Jason Garrett went on the news today and talked about how it was worth trading because Amari Cooper is now a Dallas Cowboy, and that's great. Now we got a solid receiving core, but who the hell's going to throw him the football? Because Dak Prescott can barely throw over 200 yards per game, and this is going to cause another issue because when you got a group of talented wide receivers, there's nothing more frustrating than a quarterback who can't get him the ball. Amari Cooper, he's not that type of receiver that's going to go out 5 to 10 yards every single play and run those type of short routes when he can't get free. He's not that type of receiver. Neither is Hearns or Tavon for that matter. Cole Beasley, he's barely starting to get the ball now, and we're already into the 7th game of the season. This should have been done a long time ago. Now, speaking on the last thoughts for the Dallas Cowboys, Jason Garrett and Scott Linehan, they have to create more plays. They have to be more consistent. But point blank, I don't think either one of them got the guts to pose any type of threat to a defensive coordinator.